Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Josh back. It's Hyper back. Today is day 2 of the trading bootcamp, and today we're going to be going over what is prop firms and trading. Being able to utilize prop firms has made trading easier to learn over the past, at least, I've been trading for 3 years, and they've been a thing for 3 years, but I'd probably say over the last 5 years at least, they've been around. And they have been a great tool to use for people who don't really have a lot of capital. Not many people have five, ten, $50,000 they can throw into a live account and just trade with freely. But instead, we have prop firms now where you basically just pay $100 and you have access to $50,000 in funding to trade with. But so, what is prop firms? So, prop firms is a company that will basically fund you money to trade with. You pay $100 and they give you a fake. So in my case, I use 50K accounts. So I'll pay $100. They'll give me a 50K account, which is an evaluation account, a practice account, a test account. It's all simulated money. These orders are never really hitting the real market. It's all simulation. It's all like fake money basically. So they give you a 50K account. You need to make $3,000 before you lose $2,000. So if you successfully do that, you make 3,000 before you lose 2,000. Then you get given a funded account. A funded account is still simulated money, but after you meet the requirements that the prop firm has, is you'll be able to take money to the bank account. Even though it's simulated money, you'll be able to take money to the bank account. So later on I'll tell you about the rules that you'll need to do to take money and all that, but so let's go on. So how they work. So their whole business model is they want you to lose trades, they want you to fail accounts, they want you to keep buying new accounts, and they don't want you to get a payout. So if less than 1% of people see real success in trading, so let's say we have a group of 100 people. Each 100 people put in $100. So 100 people put in $100. That's $10,000. It's $10,000. Only 1% of those people see success in trading, and they might take money out of the prop firm. So out of those 100 people who all put in $100, if one person takes out $1,000, so they made 10,000, they take out 1,000, the prop firm is still up. The prop firm is still green, $9,000. And now think of this on a bigger, larger scale of when there's hundreds of thousands of people putting in $100, $200 a day, $100, $200 a week, and only a very few amount of people, like less than 1% of people, are consistently seeing profits where they can consistently take money out. The prop firm is making, even though they're paying these people out, they're still making way more money off of people failing their accounts. So that's the whole business model is they take money from people failing, and only very few people get paid money out. So yeah, like they basically have a pool of liquidity. Like they have hundreds of thousands. I think I even heard that like some companies have millions of dollars sitting for when people want to take out little $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 payouts. They can just send that out quick, and then over time, more people are gonna keep failing, and they'll get that money back. And so there's different rules for different accounts. So on most of the prop firms, the evaluation account is you can't make more than 50% of your profit goal in one day. So let's say your profit goal is $3,000 for a 50K account. You can't make more than $1,500 in one day. So you can make $1,500 today, and you can make $1,500 tomorrow, and that's $3,000. Your account will be passed. What you can't do is you can't make 2,000 a day and 1,000 tomorrow, because then the 2,000, that's more than your 50% consistency rule. And then you got funded accounts where you're on funded. There's some prop firms, there's some accounts that you have a 40% consistency rule. So let's say you're trading for a week. Your total balance can't be more than 40% of what you've made in a day. So let's say you made $3,000 and you times that by 40%. Your biggest day can't be more than $1,200. You'd have to have $1,200, $1,200, $1,200, and have it be equal to 40%. Or the accounts that I like to use is the 5 winning days. So 5 winning days of $150. So you have to be green on the day, at least $150. So I could make $4,000 on one day, and then the next 4 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I could just make $200. And then over the 5 days, I'll have my 5 green days, and my account balance will be like $5,000, and I'll be able to take out half of that. So we have the different prop firms. The 3 prop firms that I recommend using is Lucid, Tradeify, and TopStep. I'm gonna go into Lucid today, and I'm gonna buy an account and show you guys how it all works and everything like that. But so Lucid, it has the option of the 40% consistency account, or it has the option of 5 green days, 5 green winning days, and then you can take a payout. With Tradeify, it has option of daily payouts. So every day, once you're on the funded account and you get the buffer, let's say we're on a 50K account, once you get to 52,000, any profit after that, you'll be able to take out to the bank. So let's say you make $2,000. So let's say you pass the funded account, you pass the eval, you got your 1,500, and now you're unfunded. Let's say the first day you make $2,000. After that day, whatever profit you make after that, if you don't lose anything, you can take home to the bank account. You can take out, even though it's simulated money, you can still take it out to the bank account. And then TopStep, it's like old and reliable. They've been like the first one in the game. They've always been paying out. They have option of a 40% consistency account, or they have options of 5 winning days, and then you can take a payout. So why traders end up failing when they trade prop firms? Like I said, some prop firms have a lot of rules. The consistency rule, the 40%, like that messes with somebody's head, saying, oh, like I need to make this much to have my consistency. It's like a lot of noise in your head. Or some firms don't allow news trading. Like if there's a big news event, NFP, CPI, any news coming out during market open, you can't be in a trade like 2 minutes before the news happens, or 2 minutes after the news happens. This is why I recommend using Lucid and Tradeify, because both of those prop firms don't have this rule, and that's not something that you have to worry about. Like having less things you need to worry about, all these unnecessary rules, it will help you trade a lot more peaceful. And then there's other firms who say you have to have a trade longer than 2 minutes. You can't just be in a trade, hit TP in one candle, and keep it pushing. Like, no, that doesn't work. That's like you can do it, but it's a lot harder on your psychology. You being in a trade and like you want to close it because you're already up 50 points in one candle, but the prop firm has the rule saying that you need to trade at least 2 minutes, so you're basically forced out of your own will, you're forced to stay in that trade for another minute. And then you have the psychology problems. Most people can pass the eval account perfectly fine. Like the eval account isn't the hard part. Like most people can make $3,000 before losing $2,000. but it's when they get given a funded account. When you pass the eval, the prop firms are going to send you like this big giant accomplishment email saying congratulations. They're going to send you this little flyer saying you're a funded trader now to spike your dopamine, to get your feelings all excited that you're happy you passed an account. And now you're going to be thinking like, damn, like I'm on a funded account now. Like if I make all this money, I'm going to be able to take it out. But thinking that is literally pointless. Thinking about that like doesn't help your trading at all. It actually does worse for your trading thinking about all the money you can make, because then you're going to be attached to the account. You're going to be attached to the outcome of the trade. You're going to see a trade. You're not going to enter on it because you're going to hesitate because you're scared you're going to lose the account. And then that trade's going to go hit TP. And then you're like, damn, like I could have won that trade. And then you're going to end up forcing some other dumbass trade the next day. Or the same day, 2 minutes later after that trade would have just won. And then people are scared of losing the account. They invested $100, $50, $100 for the account. They've been trading on it for a couple days. And they think if they blow the account, they're going to lose all their progress. They're going to lose the 3 days they were just trading, and they're going to be forced to buy a new one. But you can't do that. You gotta trade freely. You gotta trade carefree. If you lose, you lose. That's why you have risk management. That's why you don't blow your fucking account on one trade, because no one's gonna have 100% win rate. Nobody's gonna have that. So yeah, let me move this over real quick and let me set up my. I don't want to leak my freaking login to my Lucid and all that shit. Alright. So let's come back over here. Sorry. So, Lucid. This is the Lucid dashboard. We have the leaderboard of people. Account details. This is the eval I bought this morning before my internet crashed for the day. Platforms, they have that stuff. Vault, they have codes. So let me buy an account for you guys. So right here, so Lucid Pro. So these are these are 3 accounts they have that Lucid has. So the Pro account, it's basically the same as the other ones, but it's the funded rules that's different. So funded rules, consistency of 40%. 40% consistency, and then you have 3 days to pay out. So you can trade 3 days, and after the 3 days, as long as your balance isn't more than 40% of your max profit, you could take a payout out. If your consistency is 50%, you're going to have to trade another day, make a little bit more money to get your consistency lower down to 40%. And then we have Lucid Flex, same. See, consistency on eval, you can't. So profit target 3,000, max loss limit 2,000. You can't make more than $1,500 in a single day. So it's 2 days to pass the account. You can make $1,500 today, $1,500 tomorrow, and the account's going to be passed. The funded rules is your max loss is 2,000. You have no consistency, but your days to pay out is 500. So you need 5 days of $150 to be able to take a payout. And getting a winning day is not that hard. And then you have the direct accounts that go straight to funded, which are a complete scam. Do not ever buy this account. Do not ever buy this account. This shit is a straight scam. You have a $1,200 daily loss limit. And you have a 20% consistency rule. 20% consistency rule is that's hard work. That's hard to do. So let me select platform. You have NinjaTrader, TraderVate, and TradingView all on this one, or you have TradeC. You want to use TradeC. The TradeC platform is the most smoothest platform ever. Your fills are going to be instant. You can drag your stop loss and TP up and down. It's really easy to do that. You have risk settings. You can lock your account. You can set like your max loss limit to $600, and then right when you lose $600, like your account is locked out. You can't trade again for the rest of the day. Forces you to basically get off the charts. Like makes you not want to, because once you take a loss, that's when your emotions start to fuel and you want to start revenge trading. You're gonna take some stupid ass shit, and that's basically how you end up blowing your account in one day. So I'm gonna do the trade C1. Whoa, not direct. You got me fucked up. I just said don't ever buy that shit. Select platform. So 50K flex account. Select platform. Trade C. So it comes to $140. That's how much it comes to. But if you type in the code AOT, it brings it down to $98. So I'm gonna move this over here real quick, just so I can buy my account and I don't leak all my information. Alright, it's going through right now. Order successful. Let me bring this back over here. So account summaries for evals. I have the one I bought this morning, and then this one is coming. Like it's loading up right now. So if we go over to launch Trade C. So here we are again. So this is the Trade C app where you place your trades and you do everything. So that's my fund that I have locked out. This is the eval I bought this morning. So let's see. So right here, this is your account balance. This is how much you're up and down for the day. And then this is going to be how much you're up and down while the trade's going on. This is where you go to change your thing from NQ to MNQ to ES to all of that. You have the time frames over here: 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 minute. You have your lots down here. Change that. And then over here is where your risk settings are. So personal daily loss limit. If you, let's say you put this to, let's like the normal $600, selects action, liquidate and block. When you take a trade and you lose $600, your account is automatically gonna lock out. You won't be able to place another trade on it. You won't be able to do anything. Your account is locked out till the end of the day. Data speed, don't gotta worry about that. Privacy, if you want to cover all of this stuff up here and make it be private, if you're posting or something, you can do that. Hotkeys, don't gotta worry about that. Notifications, don't gotta worry about that. Personal lockout, so this is you if you want to lock the account out yourself without needing to use a daily loss limit. Let's say you take your trade and you won and you're like, all right, I'm done for the day. I want to lock my account out so I'm not forcing some other stupid shit. You could just click all day and it'll automatically lock out until 5 p.m. when market closes. Or you could just lock out for set time, how many hours. You want to lock out for 5 hours and then have come back at 2 p.m. You could do that. So my other account came, so let me just hop on micros right now and let me just show you. So I'll just enter a fucking 1 micro buy. So I'm in the position right now. You drag your stop loss, or you could drag your TP, and it's that simple. You just drag and drop, drag and drop. Let me just I don't want to fucking lose money I don't have to lose. But yeah, so you enter the trade, and you can literally just drag your stop loss, drag your TP, and you let that run. If you come over here, you have all of your like statistics. You have a calendar right here. Net P&L, your win rate. It'll tell you about your performance right here. You click over the trades, it'll tell you about all your trades. Just has all these statistics for you to look at when you have an account for a little bit, and you can see what's going on. What else do we got? Trending news. You got news over here. Any of the anything big happens, it'll pop up here. And yeah, that's basically it. So let's go back to the dashboard. Let's go add an account again. Lucid Flex, 50K Flex account, select platform, trade C. And then the coupon code you want to use is AOT. AOT, you'll save, right now it's 30%. On Lucid and Tradeify, both those prop firms, those are the two I recommend most. If you want daily payouts, hop on Tradeify. They're valid. Use code AOT, 30% off applied. You save 42 bucks. And then Lucid, if you want to hop on Lucid, use code AOT. Those are the two most valid prop firms out right now. And yeah, that's basically how prop firms work. Why you want to utilize prop firms over your own capital when you start. Because you invest $100. You invest $100. You pass an account. You take a payout. You could turn that $100 into like $2,000. That's a 20x return. And you can do that in like 2-day pass, 5-day payout, 7 training days. You can basically do that in 2 weeks. Flip $100 to 2K. And then these prop firms allow you to trade up to 5 accounts. So you could buy 5 flex evals, 5 50K flex evals. And if you place a trade on one account, it'll place it on all the accounts. So if you're making $600 on one account, times that by 5, that's 3K. You get your payout, or you get your winning days, and when you're instead of requesting a payout on one account, you have 5 accounts you can request on. So like you can really scale this prop firm shit up without really trading your own money. Like it's to learn trading right now is the easiest time to learn right now because you guys have prop firms. It's the easiest time. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. This is day 2 of the boot camp. Tomorrow, day 3, we'll probably hop back on the charts, and I'm gonna go more depth in the trading view. I showed some of the trading view features yesterday. They're in day 1, but tomorrow I'm gonna go more in depth in the trading view and all of the tools on trading view and how all of that shit works. But yeah, that's it for me. You guys take care, and we'll be back another time.